Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Excuse me. Welcome. Fine Monday to y'all. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. What is up, Zyre? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big cheer for you. Welcome, Vihas. Good to have you. Aracalypse. Confer, Nyakilla, Nova Scotia. Well, that's where Trailer Park Boys are from, right? I'm pretty sure. I honestly don't know if I could find Nova Scotia on a map. I always get confused by the coast of Canada. Is that on the left coast? It's gotta be, right? It's not on the east coast. It's gotta be out in the west coast. Vequinox, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. First time sub, big super cheer for you. What's up, Kevin Flake? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's east coast? See, I'm super far off then. I should know that because I'm on the east coast of the U.S. It's probably right above me somewhere. TJ, how you doing today? So today, this is going to be sweet. We have some historic action. We have not played historic in a while. I think it's, other than Legacy, the only format we haven't played since the banning. So I got a few different decks to potentially try out. I think we're gonna start with some CoCo Clerics. If you saw Meme or Dream yesterday, I was actually pretty convinced that Clerics could be good somewhere. Obviously, you can't play all the tap lands and 65 cards and a bunch of random angels, but a dedicated CoCo deck actually seems like it could be sweet. Hey, thank you. I like this Modest Mouse shirt too. This is a good one. Hey, good to see you, Venhouse. I've been doing well. So we're going to start off with some CoCo Cleric action, Vetoes, and Righteous Valkyries. I will say, it is Meme or Dream 100% that made me even think of Marauding Bright Priest. It is probably very wrong to put in the deck, but I don't know, with like Soul Warden, with Righteous Valkyrie, with Cleric, maybe Marauding Bright Priest is just like busted. Maybe this is like actually insane in this deck. So I wanted more 3-drops for CoCo, so we're gonna try it. Marauding Bright Priest in Historic, which I can't apparently say. So that's deck number one. We also have some other fun stuff. We also have a Memekin deck. I've been wanting to try Historic Memekin ever since Birgi got printed, because now you have essentially 8 Runaway Steam Kids to make the combo way more consistent, and you get Showdown of the Skalds, which seems hilarious with Runaway Steamkin for double the counters. So essentially, like, Storm in Historic, more or less. So maybe we'll do some updated meme kinning. There's also a deck someone sent me that apparently Jeff has been playing. I assume this pile is a viewer deck that Jeff Hooglin picked up. But this is I don't even know. I don't even know the words to say about this deck. It's Enigmatic Incarnation and stuff. Just stuff. You name it, it is in the deck. This Yarion's supposed to be in the companion zone. It's trying to piece together. I saw a Yarok and I was like, how bad can it be? And the answer is probably pretty bad. But ETB triggers, Enigmatic Incarnation, pile of glorious jank. And then the last deck is one from Adriano. Adriano sent in. Shinadara, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And then this is one Adriano sent in. I made some changes. This is Gitrog Monster, historic version, extra land drops, land sacrifice, and one of the cards I'm actually pretty interested in historic, because right now Sacrifice is like the deck of the format. Tergrid seems like a really interesting hate card, where you just play this against Sacrifice, and are like, go for it. Like, sack your stuff, we will take control of all of it. So, it's kind of like a Tergrid-y Gitrog Monster deck. So that's what we got on, the docket for today. Gonna start with Clerics, though, I think. And just play a bunch of Historic and see what Historic's like. Start with Memekin or Frog. Green, White, CoCo Clerics, is it actually everywhere in Historic? Really? People have been playing Clerics in Historic? I honestly didn't know that people were playing Clerics, or I probably wouldn't have built the deck. Clerics and Frog. Wait, no, Clerics is an actual Historic. It's been like a couple of weeks since I played Historic. Is it actually a thing now? Oh, well, maybe we won't play CoCo Clerics. Maybe, should we play something else? Would you rather play something else? Is that a boring deck? I didn't realize that it had reached boringness. I just threw it together this morning. It's Bishop of Wings, Resplendent Angel, and Valkyrie. Oh, Bishop of Wings. All right. Clerics is a thing. It's a different deck. I mean, I definitely want to play Memekin too, because Memekin I've been wanting to play. Let's at least try a cleric game or two. Let's at least try a game or two. I mean, this is really black-white. Clerics. We collected the only green card in the main deck is Collected Company, so we're essentially just splashing for CoCo to get 2 clerics for 1. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll mess around with it. So how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone had a majestic weekend, whatever you may have been doing. Yeah, I mean, how can you beat a Marauding Bright Priest? How do you beat it? Soul Warden, Marauding Bright Priest? I cannot say Blight Priest. I don't know. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at saying magic card names, in the sense that I don't usually stumble over the words. I know I might say them wrong, but for some reason I'm like over saying Marauding Blight Priest. Like that is, for some reason, it just twists my tongue every single time. Bunch of gift subs from Sherdrana going out to Midway and me mixtape. And Krish Conti, and Give Me Zyre, and I Got Dead and Heat Flash, Biggie Bags, a Proton, AWOL, and I'm a pure hero. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription, and thank you to Shrindanra for handing them out. All right, let's do our reminders and start playing Historic, so we do a lot of fun stuff. Replay YouTube. That's right. I get it wrong every time. Shadrana, like the magic card in the stadium. Shadrana. Is that right? Replay YouTube. That's where we find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Yesterday, we memed a dream with some clerics that might have influenced the Marauding Blight Priest. Haha, nailed it. That is in this deck. Tonight there is some sweet budget magic for standard combo. We might be comboing in standard. You're probably not gonna guess. Can you guess how with 2.5 cards you can deal 20 damage to your opponent and win the game in standard? You'll have to see tonight on Budget Magic. Otherwise, our sponsor this afternoon is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. You could oh my goodness, what's happening? Misclick. Sponsor punt. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Times Power Remastered up for pre-order now. Spoilers start on Thursday, I believe, and a ton of other stuff. Maybe Dystopia, Escape Shapeshifter. You can get it all at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page. Token t-shirts, playmats, clean out Richard's garage. Good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Is the sound redlining? Is it too loud? I mean, if it is, I can turn it down. Sorry, I'm a little congested today. So if I'm clearing my throat, I don't know why. I think it's the weather. It's been so snowy and weird here. So, how's Dr. Richard's garage? I've heard it's heading in the right direction. Although it still has a lot of stuff. So what are we starting off with today? We are starting off with CoCo Clerics. I'm doing well, Red Skull. How are you? Good to see ya. So CoCo Clerics. It's Cleric Tribal. Why are we Cleric Tribal? Righteous Valkyrie kind of holds it together. Aura, another Cleric payoff, good against removal. Clerical Lifespan, grows, gains us life. But the real payoff for all this, all these random life gain effects are, and don't laugh, Marauding Blight Priest, new All-Star that I didn't realize was a card until Memer Dream this weekend, and Veto Thor to the Dust Rose. So the idea is, we pay a bunch of Clerics, those Clerics gain us a bunch of life, and we just drain our opponent out of the game with Veto, with Marauding Bright Priest. Maybe we gotta attack a little bit, whatever, that's fine if we have to. But we're kind of like, I don't know, CoCo Burn, I would say, where we're trying to damage our opponent by gaining life and hoping that that wins us the game. Sideboard, pretty typical stuff for the sack deck, some big stuff to get around aggro, essentially, a Skyclave Apparition for removal, Redain to shut down Raz, Graveyard Hate, a little bit more removal, and that's CoCo Clerics. That is a but we already have, so Exquisite Blood, the problem with Exquisite Blood, while the combo is cool, Exquisite Blood is just not very... Here, let's read it. The problem is it doesn't do a whole lot with our deck unless we have a veto on the battlefield. So even though it would be fun, and maybe it's worth it just because it's fun, I kind of feel like it doesn't combo with Bright Priest, right? When you gain a life, each opponent loses a life. Wait, does it combo with Blight Priest too? Is that a combo? When you gain a life, each opponent loses a life. Opponent loses a life, you gain a life. Oh, we have two combos. I mean, should we add Exquisite Blood? I mean, I think it makes the deck... It probably makes the deck worse because it's a 5-mana enchantment that doesn't do anything, but it also does seem a little hilarious. All right, what would we cut to make room for a couple? We'll try a couple. We'll try a couple for fun. What are we cutting for it though is the problem. We can't cut the combo pieces. I guess we can get on Tabarax. Tabarax is sweet. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could go down Aura in Tabarax. Would probably make us work worse against Control. Maybe we put an Aura in the sideboard. Aura is an easy cut, I think, because it doesn't... work with CoCo anyway. Search Enchantment. Is there a way to tutor up... No, we're not playing that. A creature that could tutor up the enchantment. I don't think that exists in the format. All right. Let's try it like that. Okay, we'll try a couple Exquisite Bloods for fun. Drop the CoCo and go Cleric combo. I feel like CoCo's just too good to not play, though. Like, how are we going to find our Blight Priests and Vetoes? All right, let's try it like this. And maybe we drop the CoCos and just go black-white. I don't know if that would make it better or worse, but... The Boast Demon? Yeah, that could work. And it does get hit by CoCo. Play it, attack with it, tutor up. Yeah, I could see that. 2-card infinite should be allowed at MTG, just my opinion. Should be minimum 3 pieces to be infinite. I mean, if it involves a marauding Blight Priest, it has to be 5, right? Wow, this is the nut draw. I don't know how anyone beats this hand. Life gain, Blight Priest. That looks like game over to me. I don't think anyone beats it. Speaker of the Heavens, go! Opponent. The 6-mana one? Oh, I bet our opponent does not have a combo, though. Well, we will play this. Luminarch Aspirant. Opponent gains a life. Hit ya. The problem is our opponent might have a Johnny to wrath our board. We're going to have to avoid that. I missed your cheer. I'm sorry. Iron Tiger Rex. Thank you so much for the cheer. Let me see if I look it up. Oh my god, another Blight Priest. Another one. Oh no, they're going to combo us. Well, let's play this on black. Cleric of Life's Bond. Soul Warden. Grow the Speaker of the Heavens. Attack you. Opponent blocks. Does our opponent go infinite with this? They probably are, right? Dream Devourer is cool. Oh boy. Life gain all around. Ooh. So if we play this, we gain 1, 2. That's not enough, though. This is a 4-4. Well, Marauding Blight Priest. Actually, kind of seems like tech for this matchup. Up to 25. Grow this. Go attacking. About it. Oh, this deck is sweet. Maybe we should just... Yeah, my green screen must not be quite high enough. Maybe we should just go all in on the combo. Like, maybe that's the thing to do. This is the improved historic-y version, I would say. Well, okay. Blight Priest. This Blight Priest deck is accidentally killing our opponent. It's accidentally insanely good. It's wrecking them. They can't beat the Blight Priest. Yeah. Oh, play the lad. Make an angel. Drain ya. Oh, how beautiful. Grow Cleric of Life Spawn. Go attacking. There's the CoCo. Opponent. Righteous Valkyrie. Life gain all around. Huh? Oh no. Alright. So now our opponent gained a ridiculous amount of life. That's not ideal. Enough to turn out the Righteous Valkyrie. Randomly found a Is It Riley article you posted a while back. Didn't win much, sadly, but it's tons of fun. Thanks. Oh, well, thank you, Everesy. Yeah, I'd love to take a look at your deck. Send it over. Exquisite Blood. Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe if we're gonna play it this way, maybe if we're gonna play Exquisite Blood, we should just go all in on Exquisite Bloods, and try to maximize our Exquisite Blood value. All right, opponent gains life, opponent loses life. Opponent, Speaker of the Heavens. Gains life, loses life. Opponent. Oh. Seriously? You just got all the Righteous Valkyries in the world? Oh, well, now we lose. Opponent. I don't think Dream Devourer is very good with a bunch of 1-mana things. Like, what are we getting a discount on that is actually relevant with Dream Devourer? I feel like Dream Devourer is probably just, like, not good unless... Like, what are we ramping into? That is the question. What are we actually ramping into with Dream Devourer? Yeah, this is going to beat us. Well, opponent drew CoCo. We did not draw CoCo, and that is the game. Yeah, fair enough. Sure. Oh, so opponent's playing... Hey, what's up, Star Cookie? Idyllic Tutor doesn't do anything, though. Like, it doesn't have any other targets in our entire deck, which feels pretty questionable to me. I don't know. Not 100% sold on that idea. Well, I mean, if there's one thing that is very, very clear about CoCo mirrors, if you're not the one who draws a CoCo, you're probably gonna lose. I'm doing well, Star Cookie. How are you? How was everyone's weekend? Yeah, if we were gonna play a tutor, I mean, I think there's still a question as to whether it's worth playing a 3-mana tax. I think we would have to really be focused on the combo. Like, the initial idea with this deck was for it not to be a combo deck. The initial idea was for it to just be a regular-ish deck. So, but if we're gonna go on the combo plan, it could be worth adding tutors, maybe. Ooh, 3D printer, that sounds super fun. Have you seen the Baller Metalworks deck in Penny Dreadful? I have never played Penny Dreadful, so I have not. Oh, so this is see, this deck is actually nothing like our deck. I mean, Youthful Valkyrie, that's a pretty good sign you're playing Angels. I'm still not... Well, so what would we do with Dream Devourer? Like, I'm honestly asking. Like, what What would we be trying to ramp into a Dream Devourer? Well, play Veto. Drain you a bit. It would be nice to get to Exquisite Blood. That's the other thing, is we only have 22 lands, so 5 mana is like infinite. I have not seen your Elementalist debate, bro. Can you send it over? Opponent, Righteous Valkyrie. Gains life, loses life. Goes attacking. That's not a land. Ugh. Yeah, I probably need more lands if we're gonna try to play it that way. Sorin Slivers. That looks really hilarious when it all comes together, B-Wells. So we can only play one thing, unfortunately. I'm afraid we're just gonna get wrecked by Righteous Valkyrie again. Well, alright. Righteous Valkyrie. Attack. This is probably going to cost us our veto. Opponent blocks. And blocks. And blocks. Alright, yeah. Now we get rid of our opponent's Soul Warden for now. Why no Heliod's? Because we are a Cleric Tribal deck, not a life gain deck. Clerics happen to gain life, but we're not just generic life gain. We're Cleric Tribal. I think if we were gonna play Heliod, then we would take a lot of cards out of our deck and not be a Cleric deck. Opponent going after Veto. And passes. Ooh, there's a land. All right. So play this untapped. Play Marauding Blight Priest. Gain a life. Hit ya. Speaker of the Heavens. I mean, our Cleric plan is kind of working. Is Wrath of God and Armageddon still able to be played? In what format? I was playing 5-text Turgid Commander deck yesterday. I had Revel in Riches, stole my opponent's Dockside Extortionist. I only got 9 treasures off of it, then lost it, but it was super fun. That does sound super fun. Potent. It's got it all. Opponent makes it to exactly 27 life. Well, if we draw land, we go infinite and win. So much mana. Oh my god, it's a tap land. Alright, so play Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of Righteous Valkyrie. Drain you a bit. Play this. Make an Angel. Drain you a bit. No attacks. Okay, next turn. Next turn. Hey, what's up, Phil Leo? How are you? Any chance we see angels tonight? We have an angel. Does that count? Probably not full-on angel tribal. That's not one of the decks that I actually have. But there is an angel, and actually 2. So we're kind of angeling right now, actually. Come to think of it. About it. Looking at our board, crying a little bit. I mean, they're just dead next turn. They don't know that they're dead next turn, but they are very dead next turn. Is this a Meme or Dream deck from the other day? Inspired by. It's not literally that deck, but it is a bit inspired by that deck. Johnny, thankfully can't exile stuff. Oh, opponent thinks they got it. They think they're good. They're seeing that Ajani come for us, but I have bad news, opponent. And then tap you. Trigger. And here comes the fun. Now we get to kick back and wait for our opponent to die. Would you play the Sword Sliver deck or never play it? I could see playing it for against odds or something. Got him. Alright, I think this game sold me on adding more Exquisite Bloods and embracing the combo. I think we maybe just fully embrace the combo. The fact that you don't have to click and it just does it automatically makes me want to win with the combo even more, actually. That was pretty good. Yeah, no one appreciates the Blight Priest. No one. I mean, I still think, in general, 5 mana do nothing is going to be... You'll see. You'll see if we play a bunch of games with the deck, you'll see when it works, it's spectacular. But then we're going to have games where we're playing against a removal deck and they kill our stuff, and then we draw like 3 Exquisite Bloods, and we're just like, well, that's the saddest. Ooh, let me see, Frogler. Are there any worthwhile CoCo Elemental shenanigans with Risen Reef? Ooh, I kind of want to play Elementals with Pyre of Heroes. I feel like Pyre of Heroes Elementals could be really sweet. And we'll keep this. Maybe we get to resolve a CoCo for once. Citadel CoCo Clerics. Citadel does seem pretty sweet if you can get it down. I do like Dream Devour a lot. I mean, maybe it's worth it. I like it when you have good things to ramp into. I'm still just... That's my only question, is do we have enough good things to ramp into? We are historicing today, Jake Jesus. Right now we are playing some combo clerics, I guess. Bishop of Wings. I don't play this. Play Speaker of the Heavens. Blood Chief's Thirst. Hopefully we draw lands. Oh, the record needs to be updated a bit. We are technically 0-0. Resplendent Angel. That is a land. Yeah, that might be an issue, though. I'll play this. Righteous Valkyrie. No attacks. How do we beat a Resplendent Angel, though? Is it possible? I have not played Historic Vampires recently, although I think Vampires are potentially like a tier deck in Historic at this point, or at least close to it. Well, play... Oh, they have the CoCo. They have the CoCo. We do not have the lands. Cleric of Life's Bond. Gain some life. Speaker of the Heavens. Gain some life. Alright, bad CoCo, please. We need this not to be an absurd CoCo. Yeah. Gain some life. Pass the turn. How good is it? We're about to find out. CoCo. Alright. I mean, Righteous Valkyrie is scary with Resplendent Angel, but it was only one creature. We could draw green mana, and that would go off. Johnny makes a non-cleric. I'll play Righteous Valkyrie. Gain a bit of life. Sorry farted! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tag a Johnny. Opponent. If they trade an Angel, we're pretty fine for it. I played in a standard challenge yesterday, went 5-2 with Gruul Adventures. Ooh, sweet. Had 3 Toskies, and I was totally sold on the card. Yeah, Toski can be pretty sweet. Ooh, Infinite Mill combo. Spicy. Opponent does some chumping. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have to try Infinite Mill at some point. Opponent gonna gain some life. Oh, they're gonna get to the Angel. Not good. Not good. The Sajani is the issue. The Ajani is what I am afraid is gonna beat us here. Yeah, gains enough life to make an Angel, which gains more life, and then we lose. Well, this is not how we wanted this to end, but it's how it's going to end. And now we see the downside of 5 mana, and our board gets Wrath, and we scoop it up. I mean, it's super over. They have a Johnny that exiles our entire board, and we don't have lands. There is no way to be a one-sided Wrath. Ugh. Ay. What do you think about the Bant Angel deck that Jeff Hoogland played a couple of times? I've never seen it. I think if we're gonna have, so I think there's an actual question here. Are we Cleric Tribal, or are we trying to do this Exquisite Blood combo? Because I think that's gonna have a huge impact on the rest of our deck. Like, if we're trying to combo with Exquisite Blood, then I think we change things quite a bit. The combo is really cool. The Cleric Tribal deck is worse than the Angel deck. Why do you think it's worse than the Angel deck? I am curious why you think it's worse. Historic Bant Angels. Yeah, I mean, got good stuff to collect a company into. That seems a lot like what our opponent was just playing. Wait, what are we getting punted for? I'm confused. All right. I mean, let's try one more. Let's try one more match and go from there. Debate Bro for the 18th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the blue is worth it. It seems like blue is not offering a ton to that deck. So I wonder if Bant Angels is just... I wonder if it would just be better with basically the deck our opponent was playing. Like, maybe Green-White Angels is just better. Thoughtseize for our opponent. Well, we will play a tap land, pass the turn. Have you tried Vorinclex with Nissa? Ooh, what is the synergy there? Play this. I guess we Cleric of Lifespawn. Here comes the vampires. Pass the turn. Stoic Angel in Historic. No. I don't believe so. Opponent hits us. Oh no, it is definitely not Historic. Maybe we'll try it and see. Now, play Luminarchus Pirate. I mean, has anyone tried playing? Has anyone tried Dream Devour outside of Standard? I feel my impression of Dream Devour is that it was a pretty good, a very strong ramp spell in Standard. But I wonder, in older formats, it seems difficult to take off turns to foretell cards. Yara for Ari Bunit. Righteous Valkyrie. Tap land. Grow the Aspirant, hit ya. Well, we've drawn all the lands this game, that's for sure. Gray Merchant. Whew. Opponents gaining a bit of life, I would say. Goes attacking, hits us, can't block. Down to 5. Even more lands. So many lands have been drawn. So many. Well, we go to 8. Opponent loses a little bit of life. Well, this is the opposite problem with some games. This time we're just drawing all the lands. Yeah, I think that's my concern. I mean, we can definitely give it a shot and see. Maybe it is better in older formats than I think. To me, it just feels difficult to be like, all right, play this on turn 2. Turn 3, don't play like Righteous Valkyrie or Veto or anything. Instead, I'm going to foretell something. I feel like that's when, even more lands. Land percentage is super high at the moment. Super high. So, I mean, I guess we grow this. Four. Pass the turn. Whew. Boot it. I mean, we can activate Veto at some point. I don't think attacking with everything and gaining 7 and then getting hit back with everything actually is helpful there, because then we probably have to jump with Veto. Hepagod, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Shoto, combo that shuts down aggro. Ooh. Opponent has a Rankle Master of Pranks. Drains us. Goes to combat. What we would give for a non-land? Well, I mean, technically that's a non-land. Sort of. Gain a bit of life, drain you a little bit. Pathway, go. Counter on. This can block that. Rankle is an issue. Well, counter on Veto, I guess. Back up to 7, pass the turn. Yeah, Bolas' Citadel can definitely do some spectacular things once it gets on the battlefield. It does stop Heartless Act if they're playing it. It does not stop another Gray Merchant off the top. Well, sometimes you draw all the lands. Today we learned, sometimes you just hit them all. Yeah, that was not a whole lot we could do about that. We just drew every conceivable land that game. I mean, Clerical Vice Bond is, I think, really good on turn 2, but when you're in the late game, it's better than a land, but not a ton. Blue-green Merfolk. Ooh. I mean, Blue-green Merfolk has the potential to be aggressive. The new Blue-green command could be... How do we always have so many lands this match? Well, I mean, we got 2 Clerics. The concern is we just draw, like, more lands. We're not very good at drawing CoCos for being a CoCo deck. Realm Walker seems like a sweet honorary... Oh, Magic Gods. No! No! Have you ever noticed if you ever keep a 5-lander, I mean, and I'm sure it's just remembering the bad times, but It does feel like you're about 1,000% to draw land number 6. Noxious Grasp for our opponent hits us. Well, alright. Skyclave Apparition, I guess. Pass the turn. Boot it. Celestia Angels. Ooh. Yeah, we've been seeing some angels. Play this on black. We already saw angels once today. Seems like a potentially powerful tribe. I'll take Rankle. Clerical Life Spod. No attacks. Hey, what's up, David? How are you? I mean, so far decent. Opponent, gonna get aggressive. Well, no blocks. Come on, non-lands. Well, technically. Technically, sort of, kind of. Oh, this Liliana's gonna be a huge issue. Huge issue. About it. I mean, just give them all A's to bait, bro. I think that's what students want anyway, right? They just want an A, so opponent goes attacking, has a Rankle, hits us. Alright, well, we didn't need land number 7 anyway. When we draw Luminarch Aspirant, it's sort of a card. We gain some life. Counter on Skyclave Apparition. Kill Liliana. Pass the turn. Ooh, let me see, Kevin Flakes. A's. Give them all A's. Skyclave Shade. Yeah, Party CoCo is another cool way to play CoCo. Opponent. Vine's removal spell. Hits us. Have we drawn a single collecting company this entire year? I don't think we have. About it. Thought Seizes. Luminarch Aspirant. Yeah, I mean, I think this one is also over. Ugh. Not good running this round at all. Faceless Haven for our opponent goes attacking. We block and kill it. Opponent. We drew a CoCo. Opponent. Land. Skyclave Shade. Cast it. Well. Pass the turn. Might be a little bit late. Yeah, I mean, Standard is a little bit of a boring format. That is for sure. Well, Righteous Valkyrie. Veto. Gain some life. Drain ya. Block. Down to 3. About it. Yeah, those are pretty good hits. About it. Knight of the Eben Legion's good. Well, another Righteous Valkyrie. Gain some life. Good for our opponent. Gain some life. Drain ya. Pass the turn. About it. With Teferi gone, Flash is back on the menu. Ooh, let me see, Thigum. How are you, by the way, Diva? Opponent, another gifted ether board. Gets it. Well, we can't really block, so I guess we take a billion or two. Down to 3. Well, I'm running Blight Priest. Gain some life. Drain you a bit. Play the land pass the turn. I mean, the veto is doing some work, for sure. I'm still... Yeah, we'll see. I still think we gotta separate it out. Ooh, opponent's gonna block. Interesting. Yeah, I heard about Daft Punk retiring. Honestly, I've never really listened to a ton of Daft Punk. I know who they are, but they've never been a band that I've listened to a lot. Well, Bloodchief's Thurston, and we'll bring in Redain, I guess. They do have a lot of Snowlands. I'm honestly not sure if stopping Snowlands is... Like, is that even that good? To make our opponent play their lands untapped? I guess it's, like, something. But is it good enough to cut tribe members for? I'm actually not 100% convinced that it is. Maybe it is. And let's not Redain. Let's just bring in the removal. The Redain art is super sweet. Gotta listen to early Daft Punk. All right, what album would I put on? The main idea of Redain is to slow down sweepers primarily. Making Wraths be like 6 mana instead of 4 mana is a lot of times enough to pick up the win. Seems like Discovery is a popular choice. All right, I will check out Discovery by Daft Punk. What album should I not listen to? What is the equivalent of every Weezer album after Pinkerton, but Daft Punk style? Did they Weezer it? Did Daft Punk Weezer it? Okay, they're all okay. So they didn't actually go full on Weezer. I've been trying to make Weezer into a verb, but it hasn't totally caught on yet. But it's gonna get there. I heard people saying like, "Oh, this new Weezer is awesome." Like on Twitter, people are like, "Man, the new album is great." So I turn it on. It gets me every time. Every time there's a new Weezer album, someone says, "Oh, it's good this time. Really, this one's great. It's the best one since whatever." And I put it on, and then it's always a lie. It's always a lie. It was all like synthy pop music. I don't even know. It didn't even sound like Weezer. I mean, obviously, no offense if you enjoy it. Like, if people, your taste is your taste, and if you love new Weezer, that's not gonna make me think less of you as a person. So if I have opinions about music, or if I have opinions about music or magic, don't take it personally. Because enjoy what you enjoy, and I don't want to take that away from you, but every time I listen to a new Weezer album, it makes me want to put on, like, Pinkerton. Hey, what's up, MTG Nerd Girl? How are you? Good to see ya. Exactly. And I fully admit that, because I know that a lot of music that is like my favorite music. The music that I enjoy the most out of any music in the world. When I show it to other people, they think it's horrible. I think Captain Beefheart, Trout Mask Replica, is like the #1 example of that. I even show that to like friends who know music and I think might get it. And I show it to them, and many of them still don't like it. But there's a lot of I like a lot of bands like that. So I mean, even like Ween could definitely be an acquired taste. Ween is one of my favorite bands. Daniel Johnson. I don't think everyone can get by. Oh, we got to win. I don't think everyone can get behind like Daniel Johnson. Other stuff, other stuff along those lines. So I know what it's like to listen to music no one else likes. Primus is sweet. All right, so chat, here's what we got to decide. Yeah, Daniel Johnson is just like, it's so real. I don't think, like, when I listen to Daniel Johnson, it's just like so innocent and so real. That is what I like about Daniel Johnson's music. Like, it is the opposite of like stuff that's super overproduced, super like commercialized or whatever. Daniel Johnson is as far away as you can get from that. You want to try Memekin? All right, we'll just try Memekin. We'll try, we'll try Memekin and come back around to, Clerics. Let's try that. Did you see the? Did you see the thing about Twitch muting Metallica? Because of copyright concerns, there's like a live Metallica concert and they put like 8-bit music over it. Because which actually absolutely makes sense, because Metallica is exactly the kind of band that would be DCMing their own Twitch concert if they thought they could get a buck out of it. They have a history. Oh, I thought it was so funny. All right, are we gonna Memekin? Let me export the deck list so you could see it. Let's see. Memekin. All right, let's do some comboing. Let's do some historic comboing, and see how it goes. I actually thought that the 8-bit version of Metallica was probably their best stuff since the 80s. But then it turned out it was just Twitch. Like, if Metallica actually started making 8-bit music, I would probably listen to Metallica again. That would get me. That would get me. All right, Meme Kid. All right, so Birgi Meme Kid. You've probably seen Meme Kid before. The idea of this is we are kind of like a combo deck. The combo of our deck is cheap spells that cost 1 mana. We have Crash Through, we have Shock, we have Warlord's Fury, we have Light Up the Stage, we have Skewer the Critics. So these spells, if we have Electors, a Runaway Steamkin, or a Birgi, they are essentially free. They cost a mana, we get back a mana. If we have both, then we're actually gaining mana, and we're drawing through our deck with Crash Throughs and Warlord's Furies as we do it. Then, as far as finishing the game, we're also pinging our opponent in between with Electrostatic Fields, with Thermo Alchemist. That's our main plan at winning. The really exciting thing about Birgi in this deck is while the front side is great, the back side is also great. We can play the back side, and then turn all the random Crash Through cards into even more cheap cards that we can cast and trigger our Electrostatic Fields, like our Meme Kids, and make mana with Birgis. And then Showdown with the Skulls is just a big burst of card advantage. Could also put a ton of counters on our Steam Band to make even more mana, so it kind of works a little bit like a Birgi. So that is the plan. That is the idea of this deck. Otherwise, sideboard, typical stuff, mostly removal, hate cards for the sack deck. One Hazaret for control. So let's Memekin. Let's Memekin to see what happens. Did we scrub out? No, we did scrub out with Clerics, but apparently people would rather see Memekin. We might play some more Clerics in the future. Are you up for a challenge? I wonder if land style deck with Golos and World Tree is possible in Standard. Ooh, wait, Golos isn't in Standard anymore though. I think you'd have to do it in Historic or Pioneer or something. Rico, welcome to the Fishbowl. I still want to revisit Clerics, possibly even today, because I still think that that they did actually get a very fair shot in the couple of matches we played. I think, so here's what I think. I think we either need to be Clerics or we need to be an Exquisite Blood combo deck. I think that our plan of just throwing in some Exquisite Bloods for fun, I think that hurts the Cleric plan and it hurts the combo plan. So I think that might be what we need to do is just be a little bit less greedy, perhaps. We ended up kind of like walking the fence in between, and we draw Exquisite Blood when we needed, Clerics, and draw Clerics when we need Exquisite Blood, and put that all together, and it makes us sad. Hey, what's up, Cornelius? How are you? Would just send you a Abzad CoCo Angels list. Ooh, yeah, send it over. We've seen a lot of angels today. Apparently, that is the new hotness of some kind. Well, we really need to hit some lands. Warlord's Fury. All right, we hit Sacred Foundry. Well, Warlord's Fury. Shock ourselves. Crash through. Attack you. Opponent takes it. Whew. Wow, this is super interesting. Very interesting. What are we doing with this? Are you gonna play Jeff's enigmatic deck today? Unsure. I have it built, but I don't know if we're gonna play it today or not. The question is, so what if we wait until next turn, remove the counters, and play Horn? That gets one counter. You know what? Let's just play Birgi. All right. Yep. Birgi, counter on Steamkin. Well, if we can get to Showdown of the Scalds, we could probably really go off next turn. I mean, if we untap with this, it should be bonkers. Galactic Company. Lots of CoCos. If everyone's playing CoCo Angels, we should probably add more. Grafdigger's Cages to the sideboard. Alright. So we play Steamkin. That gets us back a mana. Oh, my brain. My brain! It hurts. Alright, so Steamkin gets us back a mana. Then we can cast a Shock to grow the Steamkin. Then we can remove the counters from everything to cast Showdown of the Scalds. Too much thinking. I miss Clerics where we just cast things and stuff happens. The combo happens automatically. Alright, Steamkin gives us back a mana, counter on Steamkin. And then Shock. Righteous Valkyrie. Remove counters. Showdown of the Scalds. Get some triggers. We actually really want another Birgi to play the... Oh, Light Up the Stage is not bad. Crash through. Making mana this time. And then remove the counters. Electrostatic Field. Make some mana. All right, we're doing it. Yeah, we should have played that earlier, I think. Remove the counters. Shock you. Get a bunch of triggers. Ping you. Light up the stage. We're gonna time out. Why are we timing out? We're casting things like crazy. It's just trying to resolve the triggers is too slow. Remove the counters. Thermo Alchemist. Give some triggers. We're gonna really time out from this, aren't we? Lay up this. We're gonna time out. We're playing fast arena. Why? Oh my god, we hit a bunch of lads. Well, skewer the critics. Kill Resplendent Angel. Get some triggers. Kill Righteous Valkyrie. Get some triggers. Go attacking. Wow, we fizzled! There's no reason to remove counters because we can't cast anything. Like, and we're timing out because apparently this deck does not... Arena does not like this deck very much. Hit our opponent to 5. Sacred Foundry tapped. Wow, what a fizzle! Wow, that was actually really scary. Meh. More collected companies. Well, that was, I would say, above average for our opponent, below average for us. Wow, that is a little disappointing. I can't believe we hit so many lands. If we could hit a Birgi to play the backside, we should have been able to play through our entire deck there, but didn't exactly happen. Alright, well, try it again. Our card draw was just really bad. We had so many lands off of our card draw. Well, that's not exciting, but it's gonna shut down CoCo, which apparently is the most important thing in the moment at the moment. Could have hit more draw spells. Wait, how could we have hit more draw spells? Wouldn't we have... Oh, you won a 2K? Congrats, Nate. That's awesome. Well, kill Soul Warden. Tap land. Go. Hey, what's up, Jude? 0 at Xerox on your... Oh, wait, no, we die right away, though. Our opponent had a lethal board, so... We don't get a next turn there. Why no gutter snipes in the list? Just not enough room for them. I think they're worse than the 2-mana versions, and theoretically, the 2-mana versions should be enough. Okay. Well, we'll see. Maybe we gotta go down more lands. Maybe we're playing too many lands. Opponent has a Showdown of the Skulls. Goes attacking. Well, play. Play Birgi. Play the land. Play Electrostatic Field. Counter on Birgi. Pass the turn and, well, see what we can do next turn with Showdown of the Skulls number 2. I mean, we want Horn, but we need the mana producer first. So we need to have a Steamkin or a Birgi for our deck to really do what it's trying to do. So I think if we don't have another one, I think we got to play Birgi as a creature, and then hope we find a second one to play as Horn. I mean, how does Horn save us, though? Like, we spend our turn playing Horn, and then we're getting beat down for, like, 5, 6, 7 in the air. And then what are we going to draw into that's going to change that scenario? Well, Showdown of the Skulls. Be good. Add back a mana. Counter on Birgi. Not good enough. Oh, shock Soul Warden. Counter on Birgi. But we're dead in the air. Like, we're definitely dead in the air. Yeah, alright. Sure. Take out the mountain for half spell lands. Oh, I mean, maybe a couple of Shatter Skull Smashings would be okay. I think you need all lands that come into play untapped for this deck to function. I'm gonna try some standard Clerics, AJ Jesus. I think we only have 20 lands. That's not a lot. I'm not sure about the problem with bringing the MDFCs is you can't cast them off of Showdown of the Scalds. Yeah, all right, let's try another one. Try another one, see what happens. Yeah, that looks sweet, Tail Spinner. Yeah, I think the question is... So there's two questions. One is, can we afford tap lads? Two is the fact that we can't play them off of Showdown of the Skulls as lands, is that a problem? I think those are the two things to consider. You can't play them as lands off Scald. You can cast them, but you can't actually play the land side. I played a Caleb the MTG brew that was Is It with curiosity to draw into more stuff, went 4 and 4. Sweet. That sounds fun, Cherry. Yeah, curiosity you could do some combos with, which is fun. Hey, what's up, Benno Flopper? How are you? Oh, it's rogues? Oh, dear. We play Historic to get away from decks like rogues. Why can't you... Scald says play. Scald... Are you sure? I feel like I've tried to cast lands off Showdown of the Scalds a lot of times. And it does not work. Well, all right. Opponent's got the age-old start of one drop into card draw. Opponent gets in, draws a card. Opponent plays a tap lad. Well, we will ping you. Skewer the critics. Go after the Wind Robber. Untap. Opponent counters. Now light up the stage. Ping you. Untap. Whiff. Ping you. Warlord's Fury. More lands. Go. Yeah, we ended up playing a land. Played it off of the light up the stage. Opponent gets in, draws a card. Would have felt a lot better if we could have killed this card draw engine. That is the issue at the moment. This just draws so many counter spells and so many interactive spells. Opponent gets a Lurrus. Fatal Push. Well, ping ya. More lands. Well, play Birgi. Mountain. You. No, it's an infinite combo deck. Is the main idea. Boot it. Yeah, opponent has milled fairly well. I mean, the big issue is they've just drawn so many cards, and we have not. I'll go to combat. Attack. Opponent blocks. I'll play this. Play horn. Get it countered. Hey, what's up, Lustful Jeans? How are you? Wow, it actually resolved. Well, alright. We'll see. Maybe we can do things next turn. We'll see what our opponent has. We played a little bit of... another one. We played a little bit of Clerics, but people wanted to play other stuff. Apparently it was too similar to an Angel deck that had been beating everyone. Found it, mills some cards, draws a new hand. Yeah, I mean, if you can't deal the thing that's drawing 3 cards a turn, you're gonna lose to the cards that are being drawn each turn. Opponent plays a land. And we might come back around to some Clerics, but people wanted to switch it up. Opponent, yep. I mean, can't even really complain. We did not stop them from drawing infinite cards, and we're getting punished for it. So, discard a land, draw 2 cards. No mana engine, though, so... Alright, discard a land. Are we drawing way too many lands or what? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I mean... so... No mana engine. Well, discard Thermo Alchemist. More lands. Discard Electrostatic Field. Yeah, maybe we gotta try to play like 16 lands or something. Well, it took a day. We finally get a card. It gets countered. And then on to the next one. Well, I think we've gotten essentially every land out of our deck, which is good. Electrostatic Field. I'm not convinced it's still winnable. I guess we'll see about it. Ruin Crab. And double mills. This milling is also not great for us because we only have 20 cards. It's going to make it hard to combo too much. Opponent cracks a Fabled Passage. Opponent mills us. Well, we're finding our good cards sort of now. They're all in the graveyard, but we're seeing them. Opponent hits us. Down to 6. Draws 2 cards. Mills Showdown. Yeah. Opponent passes. Well, I mean, we gotta try. Birgi. Shock our opponent. Get some triggers. Down to 15. Light up the stage. Ping our opponent. Chuck the yak! How are you? Mono Red, we're going to say good game so many times. Hopefully. Welcome to the Midge Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, ping. Those are non-lands at least. Crash through. Ping. Do we have enough cards left in our deck to win, though? That is the question. Draw a card. Light up the stage. Ping. This is going to be a big Birgi. Down to 10. One. Do we have to discard the skewer, I guess? I think we have to discard skewer. Yeah, we need more than that. Discard. Oh. Yeah. And we end up just short. We get to play field. Trigger, grow Birgi. We get to play field. Trigger, grow Birgi. So close. Sacred Foundry. Shock you. Trigger a bunch. I mean, the pinch isn't the pinch isn't mana. The pinch is we don't have enough damage to win. I mean, you can see the deck kind of going off. We came up just short. We got off to such a slow start. Yeah, I mean, Stabkin. But I assume we're just dead here, though. All right. Well, I mean, we did a bunch of stuff. Your go about it. What is the punt, Monster Bro? Thieves Guild Enforcer, Mills. Jessica's Will would be super powerful if it was legal in other formats. Ruin Crab, Mills. And Mills, and Mills, and yeah. Alright. Not enough cards. What would you have done different, Debugs? That's actually relevant to the game. I think you gotta remember, like, you gotta remember with stuff like Steamkin, making mana only does as much as we have cards to cast. Like, you can make 1,000 mana, but if you have 0 cards, 1,000 mana is not especially valuable. So keep that in mind. I guess we can bring in Fry. I almost don't know if we do. Well, let's go down 2 lands. Maybe we just gotta play less lands. There are no actual Storm cards in the format. I would be surprised if Wizards actually put Storm cards in the format. Well, alright. This time I only have 1 land. We'll see. Hopefully we find some more. Alright. Sacred Foundry. Adept. Crash through. Looking for lands. Not finding them. Go. Yeah, Thousand Year Storm is sweet. But it's also not... It's not actually a storm card, I don't think. I wouldn't consider it actually a storm card. Well, Runaway Steep Kid. Go. Yeah, this is gonna go poorly. Get milled. And a duress. I wonder if Ruin Crab should have had 2 toughness, like Hedron Crab. So opponent takes our card draw. We will Warlord's Fury. Whiff. Go to combat. Attack. Down to 18. Pass the turn. Oh, boot it. Get milled. Oh, get milled for 12. Oh, let me see. MTG fathering. Oh, booted. Passes. Huh. No land. I don't go to combat. Attack. Opponent. Block. So I assume this is going wrong somehow. Cast a shock. Opponent cracks. Mills. Yeah, going into blue is interesting. Oh. Wow. Yeah. About it. Well, we kill a crab. Skewer the critics a crab. Well, it milled half of our deck, but we did successfully kill a Ruin Crab, so... we got that at least. We killed a Ruin Crab. Opponent has a counter. Oh, booted. Well, more fetch lands. Thankfully, no crab in hand. Well, play Electrostatic Field. Now we're kind of having the opposite issue where we don't have enough lands to play Showdown of the Skalds. My instinct would be to have killed the crabs. Why do you decide to hold on skewering them? Opponent, Zorig Thought Thief. Untaps. Boy. Finding a way to get to the Showdown of the Skalds would be very beneficial. Opponent gets in, mills us. Oh, either of those would have done it. It is a little sad to see your stuff that you need milled. We hit a land. Well, go to combat. Attack. Opponent. Have you done any free-to-play decks? Probably some budget Magic decks. Oh no. Is their last card a removal spell? Probably some of the budget Magic decks would be the closest you can get to it. Opponent. Well, okay. I guess we have to skewer this Thought Thief. Pass the turn. Yeah, we could have got down the showdown of the Scalds. Now this Luris comes, though, and we don't have our mana production, so our opponent just gets to recast everything, and that everything beats us. Opponent mills. Well, we'll kill Luris. We'll see! Land number 4 would be nice. Opponent passes. I'll play a crash through. Ping you. Warlord's Fury. Ping you. Alright, we hit a land. Pass the turn. Yeah, Luris is very powerful for sure. Opponent gets to scry. Well, we'll see. It looks like we're finally going to get to showdown. Perhaps. Yeah, Whirlwind of Thought is cool. I think it would... So it would require going into another color. I guess the question would be, is it worth cutting Showdown of the Scalds for it? Well, Showdown. Actually resolves. Alright, tap land go. About it. Untaps. Underworld Breach. I think that it might look more appealing than it really is because our opponents milled our deck. In a normal matchup, I don't know if it would be as enticing as in the one where our opponent had 2 Ruin Crabs on turn 2. Oh, golly. Opponent. Well, alright, so I guess we gotta literally win this turn. We will see. So, Runaway Steamkin. I think there's a chance. Play Steamkin. Counter on field. 11 cards in our deck. Warlord's Fury. Counters on Steamkin. Shock. Counter on Electrostatic Field. Opponent's at 5. Remove the counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we 1 point of damage short? Oh, play field. Counter on Steamkin. Crash through. Oh, I think we might get there. Counter on Steamkin. Remove the counters. Light up the stage is a good draw. Now we definitely should get there. Light up the stage. Counters on Steamkin. Alright, we got there. Shock. Whew! Whew! We got there. Well, that was not bad. I mean, that shows the explosive things that that can do. I feel like Rogues is a tough matchup for it, but that's what the deck can get to. The points that it can get to is doing that, which is pretty sweet. Like, and imagine that when we have a full deck, like we should be able to just like 20 our opponent or combo off until we win. I don't know if Rest in Peace is good enough, I would say. So, I think it's good against sacrifice decks, but this is a hard deck to sideboard in too many cards. To me, it kind of feels like if you've ever seen modern burn decks sideboard in Rest in Peace, a lot of times it ends up kind of being a bit of a disaster because you're not drawing combo pieces. So that would be my concern, I think, is that it might weaken our primary plan too much. Opponent runs out of Thought Thief. This is a Memekin deck, it's called. Get milled. Yeah. Opponent. Fatal Push. Now we draw a land, which is nice. Now, play Electrostatic Field. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Okay, resolves. Well, play the land on red. Pass the turn. Hopefully next turn is a good one. Maybe. Opponent's only got 3 cards in hand. Well, apparently they're all fatal pushes. Opponent mills. Hits us. I'll play Electrostatic Field. Opponent has another removal spell. Warlord's Fury. Play the land past the turn. Opponent. Hey, let me see, Dyphon. Has a duress to take our showdown. Oh my god. Yeah. Opponent. Shouldn't you lead on Thermo Alchemist? We really needed those showdown of the Scalds. Well, alright, play Thermo Alchemist. Pass the turn. Ooh, the Mutate deck looks very interesting, not X-Men. Opponent gets in, hits us, mills us. Yeah. Down to 9. We draw Crash Through. Well, ping you. Well, now it's time to find out if we have any good cards left in our deck. Untap. Well, ping you. Skewer the Critics. Ping you. Crash Through. Ping you. Play the land, Warlord's Fury. Well, alright, pass the turn. Well, we'll see. We'll see what our opponent finds. We know Lurrus is coming. Oh boy. Alright, opponent top deck's a draw 4. Yeah, that's good. That's a good card. Untap land. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Whoo! Eldraine! It's always Eldraine that is the bane of everything good and holy in Magic. Yeah, it's going to be, I think, impossible to win because we don't have a mana engine. Well, ping you. We still don't have a mana engine. Untap land. Kill the Thought Thief. Untap. Well, pass the turn. Pass the turn. Into the Story is the card that let our opponent draw 4. Oh my god! No! We're doing so much work to draw cards, and our opponent is doing so little work to draw 4 cards. Oh, yeah. Well, from our opponent mulling to 5 and having 1 card in hand to our opponent having 7 cards in hand. Oh, booted. Yeah, Into the Stories of... Oh, boy. Alright. Well, we're going to need some miraculous draws here to have any slight bit of hope. Opponent hits us. I don't think Crash Through is the miraculous draw. Yeah, we just haven't been able to keep anything on the battlefield because of all of our opponents' Oh, there's the Steve Kid, but it's too late. Yeah. Alright, sure. Oh, that matchup. Hey, what's up, Dodos? How are you? Oh, well, surviving is better than the opposite, Dodos. Alright, before the next round, a super quick reminder that the sponsor of our stream today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. All right, let's see if we can not play against. If we can not play against rogues, that would be sweet. Hey, good game, David. It's timely into the story. All right, we have one land. Well, we'll keep it. I mean, we got a Birgi. I mean, I guess that is kind of the issue with the deck is that you do need to be able to keep things like Birgi and Steamkin on the battlefield. Oh boy. And in some matchups, that's not all that easy. So that is kind of the concern. Llanowar Elves. Not a land. Alright, so we do find a land, thankfully. Well, kill the Llanowar, pass the turn. Yeah, Underworld Breach would be interesting. I mean, it is powerful if you have a full graveyard. Opponent. Voltaic Brawler. Well, Electrostatic Field, go. Can't wait for M22 because Uga needs to get out of standard. There is not an M22. Instead, it's the D&D set. So, opponent getting in with the Brawler. Yeah. No blocks. All right, deck. Lands, card draw, something like that, please. I think Goblin Wizard is just part of the endless reserve list buyouts. Pretty much anything. Oh, dear. Pretty much anything. Oh no. Pretty much anything on the reserve list is just getting ridiculously bought out. Ugh. Well, now we have no lands. Well, I mean, I also think, like, we're playing historic, so whether or not Rogues is a playable enough deck that you need to sideboard for it is another question. All right, so opponent played big things, attacked. We did not draw lands. So Justice Strike, I guess, seems good. It's just really hard to cut much with this deck because everything is so combo based. So if you end up cutting too many cards, the deck just kind of doesn't function. Yeah, I think Goblin Wizard is like $700 or something ridiculous now. What's my favorite deck? Ooh, it changes a lot, but probably overall, Mono Red Prison in Modern before it was banned. Yeah, I feel like we need Thermo Alchemist to win the game. Like that's kind of the thing. Thermo Alchemist isn't like super good, but I do feel like if we don't have it, we're going to have a hard time actually being able to win the game. Alright, opponent's got a Llanowar. Well, play the land, play Thermo Alchemist. Go. Llanowar sticking is rough. Not that it matters, but the deck meets the Jengatha Companion requirement. Yeah, I guess it's probably... Oh, no. Burning Tree. It's probably worth... And good game. This is why I thought that there was a pretty reasonable shot that Burning Tree would end up getting banned. Because it's kind of just this janky out free win card. But it did not. I'll play Electrostatic Field. Go. Pass the turn. Simian Spirit Guide got banned. What do you think the best tribe in Standard for Reflections of Lejara is? That's tough. I actually was looking around trying to figure out if there was a way to build a Reflections of Lejara deck, and there were no tribes that actually felt like super solid options for it. Ideally, you want something that's like drawing cards when stuff enters the battlefield or whatnot, and those tribes just don't really exist. All right, so opponent has ran out their entire hand. Can we stay alive? I'll play Birgi. Pass the turn. I guess we probably should have taken the risk of casting the light up the stage, maybe? Opponent, combat. Attacks. Block, block, block. Oh, this better not be Embercleave. Alright, opponent. Stuff dies. We drop to 10. Opponent. Ooh, it draws another ooze. I'll ping ya. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Give us some goodies. Thanos with the gifts up to Time Stretch TV. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Well, all right, ping ya. Crash through for free. Ping ya. Skewer. Scavenging ooze. Yeah, that's not good though. These Pelt Collectors are getting us. Thermo Alchemist. Thermo Alchemist. Pass the turn. Well, I guess let's attack ya. Hit ya. Down to 9. Is there any chance this works? This is so close. Right now we are playing Memekin. Build it. Combat. Attacks. Well, we will block. And block. And block. And block. I mean, the wall of Thermal Alchemist is holding down the fort. Yeah, we're like a spell away from winning, I think. All right. Well, next turn. Next turn, if we stay alive, there's no way we don't win. It's like impossible for us not to win. Do we stay alive is up for debate. Jeff DC, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Oh no. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hey dude, how are you? Alright, what do they hit? Does it kill us? I mean, we definitely win if we untap. Yeah, the tribes, like, Clerics seems like a cool tribe for Reflections of Lejara. About it. Attacks. Well, we will block. 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 3, 4. Alright. Yep. Ping ya. Ping ya. Ping ya. It would be pretty unlikely that we don't win from here. Yoda Man 34, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, light up the stage. Should do it. Ping ya, ping ya, ping ya. I mean, it definitely does it. Light up the stage. Untap. Ping ya. All right, there we go. No, I'm playing on the ladder at the moment. We do some viewer battle streams sometimes, but for streams I play against on the ladder for the most part, or in leagues. Well, I mean, the deck can do some cool things. We'll see. I mean, getting more redundancy with Birgi does help. Like, that definitely improves the power of it. I don't feel like, what does Hushbringer stop in our opponent's deck? Ugh, 0 lands? Well, I'm not going to keep that. Alright. Well, we need lands, but we do have Steamkins, which are good. We're going to have to try to see if... Does anyone actually know for sure if you can play MDFCs as lands? We are going to need to hit them. Boot it. Voltaic Brawler. Ooh, not a land? Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Alright, we hit a land. Warlord's Fury. Pass the turn. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, maybe it's enough to bring in. It's not red, which is pretty awkward with Steamkins, but opponent hits us to 14. Bone Crusher Giant. Not a land. Well, we're not going to win if we don't hit lands. Alright, land. Steamkin. Go. Showdown of the Scalds? Yeah. Well, we'll untap, but there's ain't no way. No way, no how. Boom. Crash through. Yeah, I don't know how our deck beats a start like that. Boom. Warlord's Fury. Huh. I think it's still Memekin. It's a more consistent Memekin, but it's still not a... It's a deck that, like, is really powerful, but it does struggle against certain things. Hey, what's up, Eddie? How are you? Good to see ya. Friday is viewer-submitted Commander Clash. So can you play... I'll add a couple MDFCs and we'll see. Can you play them off Showdown of the Scalds? I was under the impression you couldn't. I don't know why I thought we had played... We had played decks where we tried it and it didn't work, but maybe Spikefield Hazard is worth it. I mean, it is a spell. It's also a tap land. 14, 20 lands. Well, all right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I wish Simian Spirit Guide didn't get banned in Modern. I like the idea of trying to Memekin off turn 1. Yeah, it's kind of funny because Simian Spirit Guide's the kind of card that it does degenerate things, but it also does support janky fun things too. Yeah, my impression is the deck should have 0 tap lands. I can see an argument for Spikefield Hazard purely because it's a cheap spell. So when we're trying to combo off, hitting too many lands is one of the easiest ways for the deck to fizzle. So I think it might be worth it just because it's a land that's a cheap spell to trigger our stuff. Ebriel Grazer. All right, some sort of ramp deck. Well, land in. All right, no Bone Crushers. We really need this Steamkin to stick around. About it. I want Earl for casual play, not legacy. Same with Croxa. Alright, treasure map, sure. And a tap land. Well, let's draw lands. Warlord's Fury. Not a land. Crash through. Land, please? No. Well, attack ya. We've had the most land troubles with this deck. I think it's just been one of those land trouble kind of streams. Oh, let me see Variety Black. Naban is definitely a fun tribe for, or Wizards with Naban is a fun tribe for Reflections for sure. I think one of the challenges, one of the things I didn't think of with Reflections, when I first saw Reflections, I was going to be like, I thought it was going to be like a staple in Commander. But one of the problems is everything's legendary these days. There's so many legends in every set that it's actually really difficult. Oh boy. Perhaps might a little bit be regretting Spike Field Hazard already. Opponent going to block. Well, remove the counters. Play Birgi. Get a counter. Opponent has Flame Sweep in the main deck. Interesting. Alright, well, we will light up the stage. Play a land, play Thermo Alchemist. Warlord's Fury. Yeah, pass the turn. Oh, boot it. Yeah, so that's one of the awkward aspects, is there's just so many legends that it makes it a lot harder. No, Clerics, I want to play more Clerics, but people wanted to switch it up and see other things, so I'm sure we will do some more Clericing. I'll ping ya. Thermo Alchemist, get a mana. How much damage can we deal? So we hit our opponent. Can we win here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Are we actually one short? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 from Thermo Alchemist. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll play the land. I mean, we can cast our entire hand. It's just not lethal. But I guess we cast it. Hit ya. Untap Thermo Alchemist. Tap Thermo Alchemist. Shock you. Untap. Opponent. Been playing 1,000 Years Torment Historic? That's sweet. Voting it a scry. A little worried about this treasure map flipping, but we'll see. So opponent. More scrying. Spike Field Hazard. Well, I mean, if our stuff survives, we win next turn anyway. And if our stuff doesn't survive... So if our stuff survives, we win with Thermo Alchemist, just as soon as we untap. But if our stuff doesn't survive, I think it's better to just put our opponent to 1 and then any burn spell is lethal. Alright, opponent, treasure mapping. Have I tried Toralf triple damage? We haven't tried that yet. That is something I want to try though. But I mean, what's the difference, Freezing Fist? Like, if our opponent plays a sweeper, then we don't play those cards, then well, I find a threat. If they find a sweeper, we don't play those cards, then we get even less damage, right? Because we didn't get to do all of our Thermal Alchemist stuff. Well, ping ya. Ping ya. I think this is enough. Can you play this as a land? Oh, you can. Alright. I'll play it. Shock ya. I mean, that was a really good performance for our deck. That's what the deck wants to be doing. Tripling Tribal. What is Tripling Tribal? Yeah, Spikefield felt pretty good. I don't really know what our opponent's up to. Some sort of ramp deck. I guess we just run it back. The difference is you get more damage by playing it the turn after. Well, the way I look at that scenario, so what can happen there? We can cast our burn spells, put our opponent to 1. We can pass the turn and leave our opponent at whatever they were at, some 12 or something. The difference is, let's say our opponent has a sweeper. Like, what could go wrong there is our opponent has a sweeper. If our opponent has a sweeper, isn't it better to get the damage out of Thermo Alchemist while it's alive, rather than passing and then not getting any damage out of Thermo Alchemist? Because we win on our turn either way. Like, when we untap, we win no matter what, if the Thermo Alchemists survive. If the Thermo Alchemists die, we'd rather have our opponent at 1 because of the Thermo Alchemist damage than at, like, 12 because we waited. I don't know. That was my theory of that scenario. Could be wrong, but Skewer the Critics is a sorcery. Boot it. Abriel Grazer. Inspiring Vantage and yeah, let's just Thermal Alchemist for now. Thermal Alchemist now, next turn we can Steam Kid. Do you think this is more of a meme deck? Oh, yeah, I mean, it's called Memekin, so yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a meme deck. I think it can win some games, and win some matches, and can be fairly powerful in the right matchup. But yeah, I think it's mostly a meme-ish deck. Well, Thermal Alchemist, go. May I post your deck to see what you think? Yeah, please, Fast MTG. I would love to. Siege Rhino, hello from New York. Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 2nd month. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, boot it passes. Alright, so, ping you. Steam Kin. Light up the stage. Untap. Oh, it's all about that flame sweep. Well, Inspiring Vantage. Go. Opponent draws. Let me see, Fast. Nissa? That's not good. Oh, Mono Blue looks like he'd be pretty solid. Casima's really good. Phaseless Haven's really good. Well, here comes Nissa. Oh, Nissa. Nissa. Alright, well, sure. Play Steam Kid. Play Thermo Alchemist. I guess we're going to have to hit some card draw to have a shot here. And we're going to have to hit it pretty fast because that is a Nissa. And Nissa's insane. About it. How do you do a live stream? You need a bunch of, you need some, computer programs. OBS. I use OBS for live streams. But, OBS and Twitch are the main things. Would Ramanop Excavator and Fable Passage be good in CoCo Clerics? Oh boy. Ugin too? Well, now we know what our opponent's trying to do at least. It looks like just Gruul Super Friends, I guess. That's not encouraging. About it. Would, so Ramanop Excavator... I think I would want more synergies than just having a Fable Passage in my deck to consider Excavator, honestly. I think it would have to be more than that. I don't think that's enough. So we're taking 9 at least. So we can untap what? So we can deal 8 with these. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, ping ya. Skewer the critics. Untap. I do think Spikefield Hazard has been a good addition. Play the tap land, pass the turn. I mean, if we get one more turn and draw, we should win. If we get one more turn, we'll see. If our opponent has Thragtusk or something. I think we gotta go face. We have Xaxes if we get to untap. And we can take 9. They can make a 2-2 with Ugin. Like, that's okay. We could take that, and then we have exactly lethal, right? We have 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 once we untap. So we have exactly 11 if we untap. Alright, Nissa, sure. Goes to combat. Wait, we're dying to Valakut? How are we dying to Valakut? Yeah. Down to 2. Oh no! Oh, that's gonna make it a lot harder. A lot harder, probably better known as we're gonna have to we gotta hit card draw now. We gotta hit card draw. Oh, that is the card we had to not see. I don't think Skewer does it. We had exactly lethal, right? Well, I guess, no, Skewer would still do it. We need Skewer or like a light up this stage, maybe Showdown of the Scalds. Ping-ya. Wow, that thing. Thragtusk saved our opponent's life. Nobody! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Ping-ya. Well, we'll see. Ping-ya. Come on, deck. Well, alright. Thragtusk, good enough. Whew, Mountain was not one of the outs, unfortunately. Oh, well, run it back. We're on the play this time. Is the Live the Dream Cube ever coming back? Probably. I think most of them do eventually. I still am not... I don't know about Hushbringer, honestly. Alright. I guess this can draw some cards. That's something. Gonna have to find some of our payoffs. Hey, what's up, General Chow? How are you? Tap land. Oh, play Thermo Alchemist. Am I going to update the record? Maybe. What is our record? I'm not even sure at this point. 4 is for our opponent. Well, ping you. What are we, 0-2 with this deck so far? Play the land. Electrostatic Field. Well, we're missing Birgi and Steamkin, but this is actually quite a bit of damage. Yeah, this is basically a Birgi. I mean, Birgi Runaway Steamkin combo deck. Clothis. Well, ping ya. Play Electrostatic Field. Ping ya. Skewer the Critics. I mean, I think we just win next turn. This is a very burn style win, but I think we still should just win next turn. Pass the turn. Your Pioneer Elf deck inspired me to start a PD league with Golgari Elves. Love the Elf deck. Yeah, I think Elves could be pretty sweet in Pioneer, honestly. Keep thinking this is on YouTube and trying to skip ahead. Yeah. Whoa! Alright, and that's that. Huh. We've seen the 2 damage sweeper both games, and they actually have Storm's Wrath in their deck randomly? In their Planeswalker tribal deck? Well, that got us real good. That got us real good. I think it was supposed to be Pioneer. Pioneer Daily, maybe? Oh, yeah, sure. Apparently our opponent just has every variety of sweeper that is in existence. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's working for him. A little bit skeptical that you want the ones that kill your own board all the time, but opponent passes. We draw more lands. Well, yeah, play the land, pass the turn. This Clothis has been good for our opponent. Ooh, let me see, Crypto. Oh, yeah, that looks like the Angel deck that we played against earlier. Yeah, it seems like it seems like the Angel plan can be pretty powerful. I've seen a few people talking about that plan. Yeah, I mean, Righteous Valkyrie and a bunch of life gain stuff's definitely super sweet. Looks good. Opponent has an Ugin. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, poor Memekin. I don't know if it's gonna meme win very often. Yeah, maybe it's just not powerful enough to keep up with it. Yeah, that was... I might not have ran everything out if I had thought it was possible that our opponent was playing Storm's Wrath in anger, but meh. Sure. Playing much Pioneer since the changes. I played a few Pioneer leagues. I think it's definitely improved. It's very aggressive. That has been my impression. Is Pioneer's been super aggressive, but I think it's in a pretty, at least for the short term, it seems like it's in a fairly healthy place, which is sweet. Tibalt's Trickery. Oh, I don't know about Tibalt's Trickery. Opponent mounted. Oh, is our opponent playing Phoenix? Yeah, we might play a little bit more Clerics after this round. I don't know. I didn't realize, that there's an Angel deck that apparently people think of as Clerics. So when I said CoCo Clerics, everyone was like, no, I've seen that deck so many times. Even though I don't think it's actually very similar. But I think we picked up on a little fringe hate for this Angel deck that people have been playing. So, we did some meme kinning after just a couple of rounds. Search for his Conta. Play the land. Play Birgi. So opponent looks like they're Grixis control. This is probably not going to go very well. Alright. Crash through. Trigger. Ping you. Could use more card draw. There's Showdown. Well. Sacred Foundry. Showdown of the Skulls. Trigger. Draw some cards. Crash through. Ping you. Warlord's Fury. Ping you. Warlord's Fury. Ping you. Light up the stage. Ping you. We're storming off. We're storming off. To the best of our ability. Alright, pass the turn. Hit ya. I mean, that was a good turn. We didn't go... I mean, that wasn't 20 damage, but that was a legit turn. That was pretty close to storming. Opponent leaves it on top. Please let us untap with Birgi. Come on. Untap land down to 8. Nikki B. Oh, that is acceptable. You can Nikki B us all day. Oh, yes. All right, electrostatic field. Counter on Birgi. Oh, we're going off. This is it. Shock you. Ping you. It's free. Grow Birgi. Get the mana back. Opponent down to 6. Down to 4. Light up. An opponent scoops it up. I mean, the deck does just such sweet things. It just has not been able to pick up match wins very consistently at all. But the good games are really good. The good games are really good. They just don't come together as much as we'd like. Do you think Grixis control is good in Historic? If you had asked me that before that game, I might have said yes, but how am I going to say yes now that it just got Memekin into oblivion? I actually think... So, do I think Grixis control is good? I don't think Grixis control is bad. However, I don't think it's as good as other control decks. Like, I don't really see the upside of... I don't really see the upside of playing Grixis compared to, like, Blue-White from kind of a more competitive perspective. So I think it's, like, playable, and it's fine, and it's got some good cards. But I think, like, as far as, like, being a good control deck, I would assume that Blue-White or Esper is probably better than Grixis. We hardly ever play control. I honestly kind of feel like, I mentioned this on Twitter, I kind of feel like I'm not allowed to play control on stream, because I feel like control is just really boring to watch. So even though I kind of like some control decks, I just usually try to stay really far away from it, because I feel like it's just not entertaining, or something people enjoy watching. Every once in a while we play something controlling, but in general, I try to avoid it. I've even noticed it on YouTube. And on YouTube, you can fast forward. But I'm even more hesitant to do it on Twitch because there's no fast forward button on Twitch. Well, Steamkin, don't kill it. Good control games are entertaining to me, but it's a flavor thing for sure. What's the record with Memekin? What is our record, chat? Are we 0-3 maybe? I think 0-3. It has really good games, but it does not have as many good matches. Moon Crusher Giant. Elder Rain. Warlord's Fury. Crash through. Spikefield Hazard not looking quite as good at the moment. Spikefield Hazard tap past the turn. Bolos Dragon God is just much more fragile than Teferi. Yeah, I mean, Teferi's ability to untap lands to protect itself is pretty important, I think, to... I feel like we're going to get wrecked if we play Birgi. Well, alright, we're going to play it anyway. Play Birgi, play Inspiring Advantage. Go. Don't kill it, please. As a returning player, what can I do to get back to the game? Ooh, so M. Palui, are you playing on Arena or in paper? I think that's I think there's a big difference between the two. Opponent has a Blood Chief's Thirst. Yeah. Now let's light up the stage. Tap land. Go. Open it. Have you come across persistent petitioner decks? No. I mean, we've played them before, like, for Against the Odds, but I don't think there's any persistent petitioner decks that are, like, played competitively for the most part. Yeah, alright. Well, Ashiok is good. That is a good Magic the Gathering card. Well, run it back. This time we're on the play. Yeah, Persistent Petitioner. Has there ever been... So far, they haven't made a single one of the... You can play any number of these in your deck cards that have actually been good. There have been some... I mean, obviously, there's, like, some meme decks. But as far as actually being good, I don't think there's been any of the... You can play any number cards that have actually been good. Alright, well, play the land, pass the turn. See what our control opponent has. Untap land, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is good that they are not super competitive. Takes Birgi. Well, play the land, play Steam Kid. Yeah. Opponent, untap land. And what do you got about it? What do you got? Blood Chief's Thirst. I'll play the land, light up the stage. Pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, I think the reason that this deck is... Oh, Jesus, Yeah. Well, draw nothing. Well, tap land, go. Boot it. Search for his Kanta. Well, Showdown of the Skulls is something, at least. Play the pathway. Pass the turn. Is Kanta gonna dig for lands? Was Pack-Rat played when it was in Standard? It didn't break the 4-of rule, but it plays out pretty similarly. Oh, Pack-Rat was great. I think it was partly because of the archetypes it was in were pretty great, but... Well, play Thermo Alchemist. Play Shock. Grow the Thermo Alchemist. Play Skewer the Critics. Grow the Thermo Alchemist. Wow, they're gonna negate it. Alright, sure. Play the land. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent, let's see it. Iskata. Yeah, Mono Black Devotion was, but it also had, like, Thoughtseize. That was one of the big reasons it was good. Mutavault was insane. So Pack-Rat, it would be interesting to see how good it would be in another Standard format. Like, was Pack-Rat busted because Pack-Rat's busted? Or was Pack-Rat busted because the cards that... Wait, is this 10? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Shock Tribal? Alright. Well, gonna get on the board. Gonna get on the board with a Memekin win. With the biggest Thermal Alchemist in the history of Magic. 6. Boom. Peg ya. Grow it for no reason. 4. Peg ya. Oh, poor Crim. Poor Crim. Getting wrecked. Oh. All right, I want to try Clerics one more time. That's what we started with. Can we start and end with Clerics? Are you okay? Are you okay with trying Clerics one more time? So the Cleric deck, let's just try the original version. I kind of want to see how the original version does without adding the random enchantments. So let's Skyclave. Did you see the most tedious card video? What is the most tedious, in your opinion, the most tedious card to play with? All right, let's try Clerics. Well, a nice little way to wrap it up from where we started. You talked about rotation before. What is your feeling about one set in, one set out rotation? I like any idea for speeding up rotation in Standard. So, yeah, the stuff that was in the video, it's on the YouTube, but the stuff I was thinking of is stuff like Shahrazad, I think, was on the list, Chaos Moon, Grip of Chaos, stuff that's just like, Sensei's Divining Top is a good one, stuff that's just, it's not overpowered in the, like, Uro Oko sense, but it's just like, oh my goodness, I don't want to deal with this. Like, please. You can just kind of grimace when your opponent plays it, or maybe you don't put it in your decks, even though it'd be good, because you just don't want to deal with how it actually plays. So one set in, one set out. I like anything that would speed up Standard rotation. I feel like Standard rotation being faster would be really good for Standard. If that means one set in, one set out, I'd be fine with that. That does feel like a lot of churn. I like a lot of churn. I worry that would be too much for people, even though I think I personally would like one set in, one set out. My worry would be that maybe that's too much for people to keep up with. So that would be my only concern. Is this opinion influenced by your disdain for Eldraine? Sort of, but not really. Like, in my opinion, I've had the opinion that Standard would be better with faster rotation for a while now, like before Eldraine issues. It's something that I've talked about quite a few times. So, does Eldraine being annoying reconfirm that I would like that in my mind? Yeah, but it's not like a new opinion that formed because of Eldraine. It was clearly disastrous for attendance when they tried it before. So there's two things about that. So one is, I'm not 100% convinced it was disastrous for attendance. Yes, I think it is true that attendance was poor at that time. At the same time, though, that was also what was considered to be, at the time, before the next couple of years happened, like literally one of the worst Standards of all time. That was when no one wanted to play Magic because of energy. So think of some of the problems we had like a year ago in Standard. Think of some of those problems. That was like the first version of that. So it makes me wonder, is that just an illusory correlation? Like, was the reason people stopped going to events that rotation was faster? Or did the reason people stopped going to events is because everyone hated Standard and no one wanted to play it? From the outside, it's hard to sort that out because we don't really have data or a way to figure that out. But I think it's worth considering. The other thing is Standard happens on Arena now. So there's not really events to attend. The card price issues were not actually. See you, Jude. The card price issues that were part of the problem the first time are not as big of a deal now because everything's digital and Wizards. Wow, Savvy Hunter. And Wizards can theoretically just reimburse you or whatever, or give you more wild cards. So I feel like some of the reasons it failed the first time around are not major concerns anymore. Yeah. Wow, that wants to tap both of our white mana. I guess we have Thoughtseize. 1, 2, 3. Righteous Valkyrie. Drain you. Yeah, I don't usually see Savvy Hunter in Historic. Veto is sweet. Speaker of the Heavens. Drain you, drain you, drain. Done! Done! Veto too good, veto too good. So yeah, so that would be my question. At the same time, I actually really do wonder if having a rotation every 3 months, if that would just be too much for people to keep up on mentally. Even in Arena, like, is that just too much change for less enfranchised player? I think if you're like someone who's playing Magic every day and that's like your main hobby or that's your job, like for me, if something like making content, that would be great for me. Like I would take a rotation every month and that would be great for me because we'd always have a new format to explore. But yeah, I do wonder if that would be too much for people that are less enfranchised when, like, maybe just 2 rotations a year would be fine, something like that. Maybe you do fall and spring or something, but for normal people, not us, if you're constantly reminded, yeah, and that's the other thing. If you're thinking, wow, cards rotate in 3 months, and you don't really understand the system or how it works, you might think, like, wow, why would I spend a lot of money on these Magic cards, because if they only last for a few months, like I'm not getting my value worth. Like that sounds horrible to me. So I think that's something else. So is this a sack deck? It's gotta be. It's gotta be a sack deck. They played Witch's Oven, so it's gotta be sack. I don't know what this deck's doing, honestly. Yeah, let's do something like that. Bring in some random this and that's. How about 2 rotations a year, Polar Beard? Would that be enough to keep you away from Standard? Or would that be okay? Eh, this is fine. We got a CoCo. What do you think of always keeping a full 7 sets of Magic at all times? Ooh. Wait, what do you mean? Like always keeping 7 sets in Standard? That could be interesting. I don't know, I kind of like small Standard sometimes. I'll play this. Let's just get down Rip before they find discard. Shut down the graveyards. The damage doubling deck looks hilarious, B-Dugs. See how much you could deal with a single bolt and a Toroff? I like it. I'll play Isolated Chapel. Play Cleric of Life's Bond. Speaker of the Heavens. Yeah. Yeah, some small set standards can be pretty bad. That's true. I do think, like, Standard when it's 5 sets is... It can be very hit or miss. Sometimes it really depends on the rotation set. Like, if the rotation set's really good, sometimes it's really fun. But then we've also had rotations where... Ooh, okay. Yeah. Then we've also had rotations where nothing changes, and those are miserable. opponent, doing some sacking. Sacking food to draw cards. I'll play this. Play Righteous Valkyrie. Speaker of the Heavens. Hopefully our opponent's about out of shenanigans. Yeah, I would be happy. That's what I've been kind of pushing for. Is I think twice a year would be a good middle ground. Like I said, I would enjoy constant rotations, but I don't think that's best for everyone. And I think Standard needs to be a format where a lot of people play it. Like, Standard is the entry format, maybe outside of Commander. So I feel like Standard, it does matter what the new players and what the less enfranchised players, like, for Modern, I don't think it really matters. Like, I don't think you make decisions about Modern or Legacy because, oh, this might be bad for a new player. But in Standard, I think you do want to make your decisions partly considering, you know, what's gonna be good for and what's gonna work for newer players, because that's a big portion of your player base for Standard. Well, let me take a look. Vito's Scepter. Ooh. Scepter with Heroes Reunion? Oh, that's pretty hilarious, actually. I'll go to combat. Attack. Opponent. Take your beats. Down to 15. Alright. Well, this better be a good CoCo. This better be a good CoCo. I do miss having actual blocks. Although, I don't know, maybe we're getting a return to them of some kind. Judith does not do much. Oh, get in there, opponent. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. No fear of the CoCo. Ooh. Alright. Wow! Oh, is this our opponent giving up? Wow, that's so bad. That's so bad. They lose our entire board. They get no triggers because of Rest in Peace. Whoo. Whoo. About it. Yeah. Look at Pretty Dead. Blood Artist gets wrecked by Rest in Peace. Oh, there's our Fred, Marauding Blight Priest, who we have gained a whole new level of respect for. Trigger. Drain ya. Blight Priest is so good. I mean, our opponent did say oops, so maybe that's not what they were trying to do, but... Oh, something else I noticed. So, chat, you remember the Japanese Strixhaven cards that we were talking about? I think this is a pretty hot tip, and I might take advantage of it myself. So, Strixhaven... All right, let's finish this game real quick. I think we just attack and win. Yeah. So Strixhaven, interestingly. So remember the promos, the Mythic Archives. You got the Mythic Archives. Yeah, Blood Artists can be pretty good, Jude. That's for sure. So the Japanese ones, I think these are the ones that everyone's going to be after. Interestingly enough, you can buy Japanese set boosters on Amazon here in the US for the same exact price as American set boosters. So I think I'm just gonna do this. Like, you can snag these for $122.18, which guarantees you one of the Japanese alt art cards in every single pack. So that seems like the best way to go about it. Cheaper than collector's boosters. And the same exact price as English version. So I feel like... I mean, that's that is if you are after the Japanese promos. Like, if you are trying to get the Japanese promos, the downside is all the cards are going to be in Japanese, and if reading your cards matters to you, then that might be a problem, but... Are there any more game night cards? There's been a lot of cards on game nights. With the commander deck played every episode, there's a lot of different cards. I'm not 100% sure what they are, though. Strixhaven comes out in April. So we start Time Star Remastered spoilers Thursday, and then we have Strixhaven in April, with spoilers starting the end of March, I believe. Oh, Japanese packs will have half alt art and half regular art? Oh. Oh. Well, that kind of... I'm glad I talked to you, chat, before ordering. If you're only getting half, I don't know if it's still worth it then. So, even in the Japanese boosters, half are going to be English and half are going to be Japanese? Huh. That does kind of throw a wrench in my plans a little bit. Ooh, well, 2 lands. I guess that's fine. I wish Time Star Remastered is going in Historic. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Strixhaven, I think, releases the middle of May. I'm kind of tuned out for Strixhaven. Really excited for the MTG D&D set. It's one of the interesting things I think about this year in Magic is... it kind of feels like everyone has a different favorite set. I'm most excited for Modern Horizons 2. I was talking to Krim. He's most excited for Strixhaven. I don't know. I never... Okay, so I know there's been a bunch of like transphobic stuff or whatever with the author of Harry Potter. Discounting that. I've never even read Harry Potter. Is like, Harry Potter, is it even good? Like, are the movies or books, is that, I'm kind of curious because apparently the Magic set is like related to or similar to or something to do with Harry Potter. Like, when you see the Strixhaven stuff and the 5 schools and the names, like, if you're someone who has read Harry Potter, is that what it reminds you of, or does it remind you of something else? That's something that came up on the podcast. Speaking of the podcast, that's going to be uploaded momentarily after this match or the next one when the stream ends. But, like, so is Strixhaven, like, the colleges or the schools and the whole thing, is that, like, a port of Harry Potter into Magic? It does remind you of Magic, but not yet. Absolutely reminds me of Harry Potter. I've read all the books. You fear that it'll be a ripoff of Harry Potter. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never read it or watched it. So I've heard other people talking about it, but I wasn't sure, how similar it was. Because I guess, like, in theory, anything that was, like, Magic at college, I could see someone drawing the, like, correlation to some extent, but yeah, interesting. It's much more of an American high school drama. Oh man, I want a Freaks and Geeks Magic set. If you've never watched Freaks and Geeks, there's only one season. I'm sure you've all probably seen it, but Freaks and Geeks was so good, and there's so many people that turned out to be really funny in that show when they were like 15 or something. There's only like one season. I think it's on Netflix, but boy, that was... Oh, it's such a good season. But I could deal with the Freaks and Geeks. The Freaks and Geeks Magic set. If we're gonna go pop culture, like, maybe less Walking Dead and Harry Potter, more Freaks and Geeks and Trailer Park Boys. Where's my Trailer Park Boys Secret Lair Wizards? If you want my money, give me a Trailer Park Boys Secret Lair and I will give it to you. Let's play this on black. Right, just Valkyrie. This Hutchbringer is actually kind of obnoxious against us. Yeah, Freaks and Geeks is really good. Yeah, it's really amazing how many people that if you watch the show, you're like, wow, like guy ended up being really famous, or that girl ended up being really famous. Julian's glass would have to be an equipment, I think. Julian's glass, Bubbles' glasses, Ricky's. I don't even know. I don't know what Ricky's equipment would be. Oh no, Cocky. Cocky would be like the stuffy doll, like the stuffy doll of the set. uh, do you think you'll get the Black History Month Secret Lair? So my in general, I don't buy many secret lairs, although I think the Black History Month one, I really like some of the art, and I actually think it's got a decent amount of value. So it is one of the ones that actually tempts me. I've mostly tuned out secret lairs as far as like actually purchasing them because there's just so many of them that it seems like it's really got to speak to me on a personal level for me to buy it. And the Black is Magic one is close. So maybe I haven't really made up my mind yet, but it's in the conversation. When most secret lairs, I see them and I'm like that's cool and I'm glad people like it, but it's not for me. All right, Luris. Well, block and block. This Hushbringer is the real issue. This Hushbringer is just locking us out of this game. Yeah, I mean this is just over, right? Can we go to the next one? Like how? I don't think there's any way you beat this. They can just keep recasting this every turn. It's the abyss and then some. Cleric of Lifespawn. Guess what? There's a Hushbringer. Apparently Hushbringer's insane against our deck. Well, going well last game until we ran into wow, it's so Hushbringer's insane. I mean against our deck. Hushbringer's just like absurd against our deck. Yeah. I don't think we have a great plan for beating a Hushbringer, honestly. So we get a couple Blood Chiefs there. Skyclave Apparition doesn't get it done. Yikes. Alright. We'll try. We'll try. Skyclave is useful to hit lures. Yeah, I mean, it's great if there's not a Hushbringer. I'm mostly afraid of Hushbringer. I hope that we can grind with our opponent's deck if there's not a Hushbringer. If there is a Hushbringer, all right, this hand at least does not get got by Hushbringer. We have removal and we have the Thought Z, so that seems decent. I have Blood Chief's Thirst over Fatal Push. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, I think that's game. Oh no. How do you beat this hand? I don't think we do. I don't think it's possible. Hey, what's up, bud? What's all over you? I mean, if we take Hushbringer, though, then we just get... Oh, we're dead in so many ways to this hand. Yeah. I'll take Spirit Dancer. And remember, they're all going to come back with lures, too. Oh, no. Yeah, that is like the perfect hand. Hey, what's up, Booney? How are you? Good to see you. Well, Luminarchus Pirate. Concealed Courtyard. Kill the Saram. We answered 3 really good threats, but I don't... There's still a Hushbringer, which is a card that we were scared of in the beginning. Oh my god, really? Oh, goodness. Well... Sometimes you just tip your hat to your opponent. I mean... Yeah, I mean, this is so over. Why don't I just pull a Conspiracy card from my Kaldheim booster slot? Like a card is unplayable everywhere. Why even include it on the list? Yeah, that is kind of a pretty weird choice. All right, we're gonna scoop and we're gonna do one more, and then I gotta go upload the podcast. I mean, that's good running, good running. We got through Selfless Spirit, Srob, Core Spirit Answer, and they drew what we thought sees. So, meh. Hey, let me see, Corky. All right, last match, and then I got to go upload the podcast. Yeah, the Angel deck, it looks good, Corky. We've played against a few decks that are somewhat along that line, and it seems like they can be pretty good. Johnny is definitely a blowout. Oh, all right, more Luris. Hopefully it's not Boggles again. That would be sad. Blood Crypt and Thoughtseize. Any chance we could put the Omen Path Mutate deck in the voting pool? I've been looking at that, and I still have not really been able to figure out what that deck's doing. I've had a few people send me the list, and I look at it, and I look at it, and and my brain has not been able to grasp what it's trying to do. Like, so my question is, how do you keep mutating? Like, I get the idea is you can keep casting like the ritual thing and use that mana to keep mutating, but what keeps you from running out of mutators? That's what I keep getting stuck on when I look at the deck list. Is how do you not just run out of mutators every time? Because yeah, I think it would be fun to try. I feel like it's like super against the odds-esque, but I think it would be fun to try sometime as a meme. Well, I thought maybe I was like misunderstanding it. Because I've heard a few people mention it, but is it just like you hope you keep drawing them, essentially? Is that kind of the TLDR, just like hope you keep drawing mutators and hope for the best? Oh, well, congratulations on the baby, B-Dogs. That's super exciting. And I'm sure we will see you around in the future if the baby's around. Well, doesn't the octopus draw when you hit someone? It doesn't draw whenever it mutates, does it? Hey, good to see you, Smug Looking Barrel. I was not quite born with a beard, although I was lucky enough to be able to grow a pretty good beard when I was relatively young. Spark Harvest, kill stuff. Opponent plays a land. Boy. Loris is still a problem. Yeah, I mean, now, if you can't, yeah. Even with the 3-man attacks, Loris is just, boy, that is quite the magic card. So I think unless we miraculously top deck away, yeah, we're done. Unless we miraculously top deck away to deal with Loris, it's just over. I'm sure we'll try Infinite Mill at some point, Jake Jesus. Luminarchus Pirate. Yeah. Well, let's go to the sideboard. Bring in some graveyard hate. I think that printing really busted cards means you have to play the busted cards to be competitive. That's kind of been my take on Magic recently is, and I don't know if I've come to grips with it, because I still really value playing Magic my way, and even if you lose a lot. But one thing I've realized about Magic recently is with the power level increasing so much, stuff that you could get away with and do at the jank level a few years ago, it doesn't work anymore. You can't do it now. And I think that's because the Uros and the Croxas and the so forth, like the Okos of the world, they're just so strong that if you're trying to do the janky stuff, a single card can undo all of it, essentially. Like, you're doing janky stuff and you're doing all these synergies, and then your opponent just, like, draws 0, and you're just like, oh, like, that is worth 10 of my cards. So the fact that one single card is in your deck, like, I guess you got me, and that's fine. So I think part of it is opponent has a Croxa. I think part of it is in a world of companions and Okos and Uros and all the broken stuff, I think part of it is if you're brewing decks, you kind of got to just like embrace it in a weird way, and you have to be okay with having Lurrus as your companion in your jank deck, and knowing that just because you have to play some of those cards to have some chance to compete, that doesn't take away from the cool thing that you were doing. Alright, so opponent steals our thing, gets it, hits us, sacks it, draws 2 cards. Oh, sure. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, no worries. Pass the turn. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Commander. On one hand, I think that's definitely the direction that... On one hand, I think that is 100% the direction that it is headed. On the other hand, I saw Wizards recently say, like, we have heard your feedback that Commander players, you don't just want us to keep invalidating all the cards you love and all the... You don't want us to just keep invalidating things by printing new broken things that you got to play in every deck. So we've heard you, and we're going to try to avoid doing that. So whether or not that actually works out in practice remains to be seen, but it's a bit of removal from our opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opponent has a Thoughtseize. Collected Company would be a draw. I feel like Collected Company is kind of one of those necessary evils if you're going to have any chance to compete. Well, it is Collected Company. All right. I'm going to combat attack you. Hit you. Pass the turn. Come on, be good, Collected Company. Good enough to win. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Opponent. Passing. CoCo. Righteous Valkyrie. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of you. Bonus exit to draw cards. But we hit our opponent to 2. We play Soul Warden. Gain a life. Oh! Clerics! Clerics! How much have you spent on Arena? Wondering if it can be competitive without spending a ton. Who? So, I have spent a ton on Arena, but I need all the cards essentially like the week they release for making content because we play like 7 different decks a week or whatever. So, you don't need that though. Like, most players don't need that. It is definitely possible to play top tier decks on Arena without spending any money or spending very little money. Like, sometimes it helps to get, like, I think there's a $5 intro deck thing or intro new player thing that's really good value. So there sometimes spending a little money can help, but you can definitely play tier decks, especially in standard. I think it gets harder once you get back to older formats, but you can definitely play top tier standard decks without paying any money. It just takes a month or a couple of months a lot of times to like slowly grind into a deck playing with what you got essentially to earn rewards. And then once you get the deck, then you can hopefully use that to grind into another deck and keep the snowball happening essentially. Well, play this. Play this. Arcanist really scares me. Double Thoughtseize would be brutal. Newly banned in Legacy Arcanist. Yeah, I mean, it does take a lot of time. So you're... Oh, boy. Yeah, well... That's pretty strong. About it. Yeah, now we got not much of anything, honestly. Pathway. Blight Priest, I guess. Hit you, drain ya, hit ya. Whew. Yeah, Arcanist is... Arcanist is brutal. Another Dreadhorde Arcanist. Opponent gets drained. Oh. That's a draw, though. Isolated Chapel. No attacks. Okay. CoCo power. Opponent hits a land. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Combat. Sure. I mean, I guess we block. Kill an Arcanist. Go to 20. Fatal Push. Well, CoCo. Blight Priest, Valkyrie. Trigger a bit. Drain you a bit. Beat him? Clerics? I think it's happening. Yeah, yeah. Marauding Bright Priest is the truth. It's enough of the truth that it scares our sacrifice opponent away. And I mean, Clerics are sweet. And Marauding Bright Priest, I have gained a whole new appreciation for the power of Marauding Bright Priest. Like, it actually seems like a really sweet and pretty powerful card. Whew. Well, what did we learn today? We didn't get to all the decks that we were thinking of. We didn't get to every single one, but we got to a lot of them. So what did we learn? We played Memekin, and Memekin, as its name suggests, oh, we got Veto too. We have Veto, but Veto's legendary, so we have Blight Priest is like backup Veto. But yeah, I would say Veto is number 1, and then Blight Priest is like backup non-legendary Veto, essentially. And I think it works well with CoCo, because CoCo really rewards you for having 3-drops. Your best CoCos are when you're hitting 2 3-drops, you're getting 6 mana worth of creatures for 4 mana. So that's the other reason, even though it looks janky, I gotta say that was a sneaky all-star in our deck. Like, yeah, Veto is better than Blight Priest, but Blight Priest was really good, and I think maybe... I don't know. I'm coming around on Clerics. I still think there's something there. We might not be 100% of the way there yet. So Clerics was sweet. Memekin, Record-wise, not great. I think we went 0-3 or 0-4, but the good games are really spectacular, and we did get to see the go through your entire deck stuff going on. So on that note, though, we're going to figure out someone to raid real quick, and then we're going to wrap up for today. The good news is, tomorrow, if you missed it last week, tomorrow, afternoon stream again. We're coming back with the afternoon stream. Hopefully that's working out. So we'll be starting 21 hours from now, same time as today, 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And then yeah, we'll be playing more of something fun. So no Frenzy. I could see playing Frenzy in the deck. I think it's in the conversation. So reminders and then a raid. Replay YouTube. This week, find the old streams. Normal YouTube. Budget Magic coming up in a couple hours. Podcast going up very soon. Tons of other stuff. Spoilers starting the end of the week. One more reminder that our sponsor tonight. Could I manage with 3 copies of IRL CoCo for the Cleric deck? Yeah. I mean, CoCo's really good, but you could play it with 0 CoCos. It would be worse, but you could play it with 0 CoCo. So yeah, if you're a CoCo short, I wouldn't say you have to just get rid of it. So yeah, the reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some Magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Finally, and most importantly, thank you to all of you. Like, seriously, there's a lot of stuff you could be doing on this Monday afternoon, but you decide to hang out and have some fun playing some janky historic, losing, winning, all that good stuff. So seriously, everyone, y'all are amazing, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon for some more fun. So I'm trying to figure out who we're rating. Who are we rating? All right, let's why is everyone drafting? Is draft like the newest thing? So many people. Okay. Oh wait, last man standing standard. Why is everyone playing draft? All right, we'll go with this one. I think. Hopefully this is a good choice. All right, we're gonna raid someone I've never heard of before. All right, raid underway. Thank you so much for being awesome, everyone. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Enjoy the podcast, and I will talk to you soon.